Britain is in the grip of an epidemic of sexually transmitted infections.
Everyone shagged everyone.
I'm calling here.
Behind every rash, lump and itch.
Men were coming, bit pus coming out everywhere.
And you said there's some itching around the back passage as well?
Is a patient terrified they may have caught an STI?
What is scabies?
This series follows the staff as they treat patients at the Manchester Centre for Sexual Health.
Some of the things you see, especially when you see like herpes and warts, some of them look really nasty. I'm going to sell that.
And we work with the clinic to invite Manchester's young people to get checked out.
Was it protected or unprotected?
Unprotected.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I can feel that.
That has actually come back positive for gonorrhea.
Before learning how the fallout from unprotected sex
It's going up in increments, mate. Next you're going to have syphilis with holes in your cock.
affects them.
I feel like it's ruined my life.
Hey, I just want to get my results.
And their relationships.
Calling because I just got a message from the clinic.
Oh, don't do that! Ooh.
This week, after a drunken one-night stand, Kervin has some issues to address.
If I have, gay something, then I'm sorry, innit? But I didn't know I had anything.
17-year-old Courtney heads to the clinic for a comprehensive sexual health checkup.
Where's the most adventurous place you've had sex? On the bus. On the bus? No, in the cinemas, actually. You've had sex on the bus?
And we'll follow the clinic's outreach programme as they head into Manchester's gay village to carry out HIV testing.
Obviously HIV and AIDS, that you've got that for life, and yeah, I am quite scared to see what the results will be. A good half hour before the Manchester Centre for Sexual Health opens its doors, a queue has already formed outside.
Morning!
The staff face another hectic day, swabbing, probing and examining up to 15 patients each.
Is Carol in today? No, she's not today. Right. So I like to get in early so I can have a brew and get my head straight before we get going.
This morning, Senior Specialist Nurse Tanya allocates jobs to the 25-strong team.
So we need someone to do the lab in the morning, in the afternoon, someone to do HIV bloods, someone to work in the health advisors, the HIV team and on the GU floor. So we look at what staff we've got in and sort of balance it out as best we can. Right, so I want Nikki and Karen to be doing the HIV bloods. Chris, I want you to be doing training with David. So Pam, you're going to do into the HAs, to do neggies, and everyone else knows where they're working and what they're doing, yeah?
Please, can I ask who's doing the lab tonight?
It is Lisa.
Thank you.
Does everyone want to get going then?
Just a full sexual health check, you've got no current symptoms or concerns at all. Just take a seat, read the laminate front and back, fill all the forms in. As soon as you finish, just bring it straight back up. Thank you so much.
Hi there, come through. Hiya. My name's Katie Perez, I'm one of the doctors. We're just going to go through this one, OK?
22-year-old security trainee Kervin recently indulged in unprotected sex, but not with his girlfriend.
Well, I had one night stand there. I suppose I should have strapped up in it, although I don't like strapping up.
Do you check your own testicles? Yeah, you just sort of feel them every month or so.
The liaison left him with more than just a smile on his face. For the last 3 days, pus has been seeping from the tip of his penis.
So this is what's been going on with it.
I can see that. Well, what we need to do then is just to get a swab, if that's all right. It's a bit uncomfortable.
It's a bit uncomfortable. Oh,
it's over. Are you all right? Are you happy for me to do it?
Go on.
It's over very quickly. Just take a deep breath. Are you ready? Try not to jump off the bed. That's it. Well done. All right there.
Ooh.
Well done, OK?
Well done, she says.
Kervin will wait at the clinic to find out the results of his swab. If it's bad news, he'll have to tell his girlfriend and the one-night stand that he's got an STI.
Do you not get worried about these things?
Of course I get worried about them things, but when you're drunk, you're not really thinking about that, are you, really?
Courtney and Danielle are both teenagers from Rochdale. 17-year-old Courtney is here for a checkup. She sees one-night stands as a no-strings alternative to a boyfriend.
If you don't want to be in a serious relationship and you just want to have maybe one-night stands, then that's your choice. But if you want to be in a relationship and rather be with them and just them, then that's fine as well.
I'd rather be safe than sorry, to be honest.
Do you ever try and tell Courtney, give her a bit of a telling off?
Yeah, I always tell her to use condoms, but if she don't want to use them, she's not going to use them, is she?
Courtney, please. Yeah, just come in.
Courtney's appointment is with clinic support worker Lauren. At just 21, she's the youngest member of the team.
OK, when was your last sexual intercourse?
About 4 days ago.
OK. Was it regular, casual?
Just casual.
Male partner, yeah?
Yeah.
OK, was it protected or unprotected?
Unprotected.
Have you ever had sex with anyone that's ever injected drugs?
Would you class steroids as drugs?
Yeah. Yeah, such it's still injecting. Do you know, like, if he shared needles or anything like that, he used all his own needles?
No, yeah.
Courtney will provide a self-taken vaginal swab and have her blood taken. These will be tested for chlamydia, gonorrhea, HIV and syphilis. Even without symptoms, it's possible she could have any of these STIs.
OK, there is an incubation period on chlamydia and gonorrhea, OK? So basically, it can take up to 2 weeks to be detected.
Right.
So because you only had sex 4 days, was it 4 days ago? 4 days ago, you might want to get rescreened if you are worried, OK? And also, do you never use protection?
No, not regular, no.
Is there any reason why, or
No,
just heat of the moment thing, OK? Well, obviously, your contraceptive covers you for obviously not getting pregnant, but not with STI, so we do advise that you do use condoms, OK? Do you want any today?
Yes, please.
Yes? That's fab. Just press down there for me. OK, that's everything. Do you have any questions?
No, that's it.
OK,
Thank
then.
you.
Thanks very much. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Will you be at all nervous about getting the result?
Yeah, a bit. Not so much like the chlamydia one, but the HIV one, yeah, definitely.
Do you think you are at risk of that? Do you think there is a chance of you having it, or...?
There's a chance of anyone, but I don't sleep with anyone that's not from this country or that are at risk of going. And I would think that if they did have it, then they would tell me, because it's a big deal. It's not just like chlamydia where you can just go and get rid of it. It's something that you can't get rid of.
If you come across as lecturing and you find that they just agree with you and they'll say, yeah, I will next time, I will, and then they'll come in 3 months' time and it's just the exact same situation as last time. So I suppose they make their own choices. All we can do is try and guide them.
Courtney might have been unwise to trust the word of the men she's been sleeping with, and she could find out the hard way if she tests positive for a sexually transmitted infection. For shy and retiring types, the clinic can be intimidating. The staff probe into the patient's most private areas.
Have a seat, Chantal. OK, have you ever had sex with anyone that's bisexual?
No. Is any oral sex with your partners?
Yep.
And have you ever paid for sex?
I paid for it, no.
Have you ever had sex with a man?
No.
No. OK?
And you don't use sex toys to have penetration at all? Fine.
When you have sex with your partners, do you give them oral sex?
Yeah.
You do, OK?
We do ask quite intrusive questions, but if you make them feel comfortable and at ease, then it's not a problem for them.
And do you receive any anal sex?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, OK?
If you ever had sex with anyone that wasn't born in the UK?
Italy, Greece, Sweden.
Sweden.
Do you have oral sex?
Yeah.
Is that both ways? You to her and her to you?
It's just me.
You to her, you're giving her oral sex? OK.
Kervin may not receive oral sex, but it turns out he has been in receipt of an STI before.
Apart from the chlamydia, have you had any other sort of sexually transmitted infections?
Nope.
No.
No, actually, no. Genital what or something like that, I think.
Yeah, we've got that down here, actually, yeah.
When you're drunk and you cheat on your girlfriend, I call that a mistake. You're not in your right mind, so if you go and cheat on your girlfriend when you're drunk, not an excuse, but it's not as bad as when you're sober, obviously. So, it can be excused sometimes.
Kervin could soon be weeping as much as his penis. He has all the symptoms of gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea looks like on a slide, it looks like little kidney beans, kidney shapes. And they're kind of in pairs and kind of dotted round, so I don't know whether you can see this, but that's what I'm kind of looking for on the microscope. That's what you call pus cells. Usually if you look under a slide and you see more than 10 pus cells, you're then looking for gonorrhea.
Last year, the number of people diagnosed with gonorrhea rose by a quarter to over 20,000. It's an adaptable STI that thrives anywhere from the penis, the vagina, the anus, and even the throat.
And when you see gonorrhea under a slide, although they look like little kidney shapes, they have to be inside the cell for you to call it gonorrhea. And then when you do call it gonorrhea, you've got to get it right. Because obviously it's this person's relationship that you know, it's like their relationship in your hands. Sorry, I'm taking extra long on this.
With its distinctive discharge, it's the STI of choice for many clinic staff.
I love drippy willies. Because then I know it's easy to diagnose. When they come in and say, I've got a spot, you think, oh, bloody hell, it could be anything. When they come in with drippy willies, you know exactly what to do with them. It's simple. Gonorrhea.
I wasn't aware of most of the stuff until I started working, and I was just like, oh my God, do you know how easy it is to catch infections, and obviously how common HIV was and stuff like that. It is really scary, you know, and you're just trying to advise like your friends and stuff, and you know, because half of your friends and that don't even know, you know, what it's like and how serious things can be. I'm going celibate.
Celibacy is the last thing on the mind of most young Mancunians, and their sexploits have led to patient numbers at the clinic exploding.
It was May 2008 that we actually moved to this new clinic. We used to be in this really little tiny place in the hospital. So this is where we store all the records, and they thought this will be enough to store all the notes. And I think it was within a couple of years, by 2010 early, we ran out of space.
On a daily basis, we print out all the results from the previous day, and then we have to go through them, see which ones are positive and who's negative.
If you look at here, this is meant to be a photocopier room, but when we ran out of space, we had to start using this again to store more notes.
This is the biggest pile, which are all the negatives. So we're doing not so bad. These are positives for things such as chlamydia, so they have chlamydia detected, or gonorrhea, or herpes. There's a lot of herpes at the moment.
Now this is our admin manager's office, and things are so desperate that we are having to store notes here now. These.
After a tense wait, Kervin is about to learn the medical term for Drippy Willy. His results are ready.
Right then. Okay, so we've had a look at the slide in the lab next door, and we have found some infection there. We found gonorrhea.
Wow.
You've heard of that before?
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
That'll be the first time.
Okay, so gonorrhea is a common bacterial sexually transmitted infection. Okay, so it's not something that we see infrequently. We need to give you an injection, if that's okay.
Where?
Where usually we give it.
In my ass.
Okay. It's very quick, and when it's over, that means you've had all the treatment that you need.
In my ass. Okay.
Yeah, you know where you're going.
So, yeah.
Right and right again. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bloody hell. Seriously. Gonorrhea. First time. First bloody time. First one night stand. First gonorrhea. Never again. No way, no how. Me, drunk, and sex ain't gonna work no more. Disappointed. Can't believe it. Gutted. We'll have to get a needle in my ass.
At the moment, gonorrhea is building up a resistance to antibiotics. So since I've been here nearly 4 years now, since I've been here, the treatment has changed. We give them like a double whammy of treatment, basically.
Try this. I feel like a prison bait now.
Kervin's terrified of needles.
So I could have some cold sweats.
You'll be fine. Keep still. Keep turning that way.
Oh, gosh. Wait, hold on.
You need to keep still, Pet, because I've got a needle in my hand.
Yeah, I realised that. Let me just... Go on.
Keep still. Just relax.
Kervin must keep it in his trousers for the next week. If he doesn't, he risks spreading the infection to his girlfriend or any other future mistakes.
Pop a plaster on it, okay? You alright?
Is that a joke with the plaster?
No.
Oh, you really have to put a plaster on it?
Yeah.
If it's left untreated, gonorrhea has got long-term side effects. It can cause testicular pain and swelling. It can cause ectopic pregnancies in women, pelvic inflammatory disease in women. You know, and you can be hospitalised with pelvic inflammatory disease if it's that bad, and it can cause problems with fertility in the future in men and women. You know, it's got far-reaching long-term side effects if it's left untreated, or if you keep getting it, you know, on a regular basis. We've always seen a lot, but, you know, we are seeing more and more gonorrhea now.
Kervin should now be on the road to recovery, but he needs to let his one-night stand know about his STI as soon as possible.
Hello? Hi, it's Kervin. You remember me? It's Kervin, do you remember me? Alright, well, I was just letting you know, I'm in the clinic, and I've got gonorrhea. So I have to let you know, and I'm in the clinic right now, and I just find out that I've got STI in it. So I don't know. I'm just letting you know. I'm supposed to let you know, innit? All right then. Well, if I have, you know, give you something, then I'm sorry, innit? But I didn't know I had anything. But just go on. Check that out. See, make sure you're cool. All right, later. You sounded so guilty. Yeah, that was a dad's phone. That number. So the phone she'd been texting me off or like chatting me up on. Freaking five is a dad's phone. Imagine if I text her like I got gonorrhea. Imagine. Oh, no.
Kervin's gonorrhea should be on the way out. The question is whether or not his girlfriend will follow suit once he spills the beans to her.
So ask Alison about when she first started.
They know about passing the willy. They know about that.
What happened?
What happened? I'd not been here that long. So I was just training and I did a urethral swab, like you do. And I finished it and I put it on the slide and everything, and I still had hold of his willy. So I should say penis, shouldn't I? So I still had hold of it and I didn't know what to do then. Because what's polite? You can't just sort of fling it to one side and leave, can you? So I just went like that. There you go. And walked off. I was just trying to be polite. Right.
STIs are spread by unprotected sex, and the more people drink alcohol, the less likely they are to bother with condoms.
Grant, do you want to finish that vodka and I'll give Courtney a Copperberg?
I've not got enough makeup on.
With her test results still up to a fortnight away, Courtney is relaxed and ready to party.
Where's the most adventurous place you've had sex? On the bus. On the bus?
No, in the cinemas, actually.
You've had sex on the bus? So they just clicked on?
I know you've had on the bus.
You've actually had sex on a bus? Yeah. How did you manage to have sex on a bus?
Full-on sex. We were just trying it to see what it's like.
You had sex on a bus?
Yeah, in the cinemas.
And in the cinemas? Oh dear.
Film was boring.
Was there not people in the cinemas?
Oh, whoops. Whoops. Whoops.
When I met you, how many people had you slept with? Like 25?
Yeah.
Now it's 34?
33.
33. That's a lot of people, that. When did you lose your virginity?
I don't know. How's it got you?
How old?
Year 7, year 8. How old are you then?
Shit, year 7 and 8.
Yeah, how old are you then?
12, 13.
You're on my street. Is that my house every day?
That's quite young, that, to lose your virginity, though, mate. How many planning to sleep with by the time you're 18?
Another
You're going to get into the 50s?
No. 40, maybe.
How many months is that? Hang on, what month are we in?
3.
3 months, so you want to sleep with 7 more people? Wow.
It's an unhappy fact that the greater the number of sexual partners you have, the greater your risk of contracting an STI. Kervin has been living with his gonorrhea diagnosis for several days now. He's met up with his best friend, Joe, a self-proclaimed player who has never yet been diagnosed with an STI.
Bears were just coming up to me. It was so, like...
Nice day, innit? The girls especially.
I was just smashing it, mate. It was a case of all eyes on me. What happened at clinic over there, then?
Yo. Pressure. I'm not, you laughing there, but it's funny, but still.
Yeah.
With that freaking, that little thing they put in the pee hole.
Is it like a little parasol or an umbrella kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks like a Q-tip, man. You know what a Q-tip is? I think you did.
Yeah. You mean a cotton bud?
Yeah, a cotton bud.
Oh,
yeah.
right down your belly.
But it wasn't that big. It wasn't that big, but shit hurt. It stung. It stung, man. It was like someone was like pinching me or be stung me in my dickhead or something, man.
As a good friend, I should say, don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. You don't know what's going around. You've had clap. Well, chlamydia.
Clap.
Now you've got gonorrhea. It's going up in increments, mate. Next you're going to have syphilis with holes in your cock. Or something.
Yeah, you're going in, man. You're going in.
I hope this is a lesson to you. Does it hurt?
What, no?
Does it hurt, yeah, like?
Nah. It's been dealt with now.
So you're clear?
Well, I've got to go back to make sure everything's all clear, but I've not had sex or anything like that. Not even been wanking, man, fucking hell.
Courtney lives with her mum, Sherry. She's exasperated by her daughter's behaviour.
This day and age, protection, it doesn't even come into the conversation. It's like, oh, I'm okay, you know, he looks all right, or I know her, she's fine, we don't need to use anything. And then that's it, you know, before you know it, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis.
What can you do?
I've tried, I've bought condoms and said, you know, I've even been out and bought condoms. I've left her little leaflets on the bed when she's come home from college about AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes. I don't think she reads them. I think she said, yeah, Mum, I've looked at them, but I don't think she makes her own decisions, and I don't think me, unless I'm behind her when she goes out and saying, right, Courtney, if you're going to sleep with him, use protection, I don't think it's going to happen.
With Courtney failing to act on a leaflet's advice, Sherry hopes a more personal approach might help.
So, Saturday you're going to Danielle's?
Yeah.
You're going out around Rochdale? Yeah. Do you take lads back to Nana's?
No, I'll go back to theirs.
You go back to their house?
Yeah. Normally before I was a finner, if they said, I'll come back to mine, probably would.
Just go back to stranger's house. You don't know him. Yeah, you're drunk, you get in the taxi and go to their house.
Yeah, with Danielle, obviously.
Oh, Danielle's there as well?
Yeah, with Danielle, with her.
But if Danielle wasn't there and Danielle had gone home with a lad and a lad said to you, oh, come back to my house, would you go?
Probably, yeah.
On your own, in a taxi, to a stranger's house?
Yep, if they was good looking enough.
Good looking? Yeah. You don't even think about your safety, you don't think, oh, this lad could be... You could have loads of lads back at his house, or... You just think, oh, yeah, he's good looking, I'll get in his car. I'll get in the taxi with him.
Yeah.
And then what happens when you get back there?
Whatever happens, happens. Sleep with him.
And do you use protection?
No. It don't feel as good.
Lads will say anything.
I don't, that's not lads that say it, it's me.
You say it?
Yeah.
Is it just bang, 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 let's get onto it?
Yeah.
So the conversation about protection doesn't even come up?
No, it's just kissing, leading to... in the bed, leading to sex.
Come on, Courtney. But the next time you sleep with someone, I would like you to use protection. And if they say to you, I'm not using condoms, then don't be with them, Courtney. If they're not willing to put a condom on, then just leave it.
I think if I say, oh, if you got a condom, I won't do it without a condom, and then I go round, oh, she's shy, she doesn't do anything unless she's got a condom.
And? Why? What?
I just don't want to be on, I'm not for that.
But why can't you go out and have fun and not have sex? Why do you have...
I can do that.
So why don't you do that, then?
I do sometimes.
But most times you go home with lads.
Or with lads when I'm out. End up wherever.
Exactly.
Whether it's in a park, in a house, or in wherever you end up.
In a park?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
So?
Girls be like slag. Ew, look at her, she's a slag. Sleeping in
That's
with
their
lads
opinion.
in parks.
That was once.
Once doesn't matter. Once can still get you an STD. Once can still get you AIDS.
Yep. Probably.
Probably. That's a really good attitude, isn't it?
I know she's only trying to, like, protect me and things like that, but if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And obviously, she can't stop me. So... it's annoying sometimes. It's like, let me just live my life. You live yours.
It kind of is, isn't it?
For Joe and Kerbin, there are pros and cons to having safe sex, but mainly cons.
No, I know. Like,
hands up, man.
It's just. Do you know what? You know when you're with a girl and you've got a condom on, and it feels
it's fucking
like
shit.
crap. Mate, it's not my no right. It's not my fault that she's like riding me, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I feel like I'm going through emotions, and I'm like, this is shit. And next second she jumps up, just rags it off my dick and chucks it. You need to invent something better.
They invent some kind of gel shit, man. You know, don't fuck about with the feeling. You know, the feeling's what matters, innit? Really and truly.
I mean, even to escape gonorrhea, you know, you can't even talk her into doing anal, can you?
Nah, fuck that, man. You going deep, you're going deep.
It's something different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always great as well when you find a bird that's like, yeah, you can stick it on my backside.
I suppose you got a point.
I'm lucky I've not caught anything. I admit it. I need to.
Wait, let me get straight. So you put your bare dick in someone's booty. You see? That's right. It has to be worse than me. It has to be.
How's that worse than... Well, you've got gonorrhea.
Yeah.
The only thing in my favour is one of the girls I slept with about 2 weeks ago. Well, I've been sleeping with her on and off for about 6 weeks. I've quit now. But she went and got herself checked out and she's got nothing. She's all good.
Well, hey, so that possibly means you're all good.
Possibly means I need to go and get checked out.
Joe may like it, but unprotected anal sex is the riskiest sex you can have when it comes to catching STIs.
Tell James his results are ready. Where's that Aiton, Alison? Do you know?
For every patient like Kerbin, the clinic put back on the road to recovery.
Hi, Stephen. It's Cheryl again. I'm ringing you from the clinic at Manchester Royal Infirmary.
There's plenty more who still need help.
We need to give you some more of those injections, just to make sure that you have no long-term problems from the syphilis infection.
A phone call from this place isn't one you want to receive.
And you know we do 2 rectal swabs and one's on a culture plate. That has actually come back positive for gonorrhea.
It will just take a little prick from your finger. Yeah. So rather than...
Fiona has found herself in a tricky appointment.
Let's take one of your fingers. It's going to clean your skin. And again.
I'm scared already.
So take deep breaths for me.
Her patient, Roller, is terrified of needles. To calm his fears, Fiona is using the finger prick method.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, no, it didn't even hurt.
See? Well done, you. And now...
Fiona has spared Roller the trauma of having a full-size prick in the arm.
Good. Thank you very much. So that's it. You're free to run away.
All right, thank you.
You take care.
See you.
Bye.
I probably would have had it done a long time ago if I knew that I could get it done with just a little prick in the finger and they didn't have to get any needles out. But, yeah, man. Just wait for the results now, innit?
You babe. Get me wellies on.
Nearly 3,000 patients a month come through the doors of the clinic, but the staff are not content to simply wait for the problem to come to them.
That's it. Are we ready?
We're ready.
One afternoon a week, 2 staff members take the fight against STIs out into the community.
Well, we're off to LGF, which is the Lesbian and Gay Foundation, and we do 30-minute HIV tests there every Thursday night between 3 and 6.
Tell me, what exactly is a 30-minute HIV test?
It's a rapid HIV test, so we can test the blood on a little strip and we get the result back in 30 minutes. A lot of people come because they feel they've been at risk, so they come here because they want the results straight away because they really want to know. And sometimes some of them, if they get a negative result, they're like jumping up and down, aren't they? Give you a big hug, and they're just full of tears and really happy, aren't they? Yeah. And then those that it does come back positive, everybody's different there. You get some that say, yeah, I thought I might have been, and they're okay, and then you get others that just fall to pieces.
Yeah. Give you this. I'll get the change. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye. Not letting us in.
Oh, the lights are on.
It's the nurses.
This afternoon, Pam and Alison can expect to see up to 14 patients.
Adam, just come in and take a seat, OK?
All hoping for a negative result on their rapid HIV test.
And not a lot of people wear condoms for oral sex, OK? So you never wear a condom?
Never.
No, OK. That's what I thought.
When I'm getting A now.
OK.
Manchester has a thriving gay community. The Lesbian and Gay Foundation was set up to serve their needs.
I've come here today to get a rapid HIV test. It gives me peace of mind because I can get the results within an hour, whereas at the hospital I have to wait 2 to 3 weeks. So it's something I come to quite regular. I'm an escort, so keeping fit and healthy is really important. I get an average of about 4 to 5 clients weekly. One of my clients, he's quite young. He comes to the apartment and he'll want me to kick him with full force into his penis, and he likes that. And I have to kick him several times while he masturbates to that. So, yeah, that can be quite fun.
Tim. Hiya, come in, have a seat.
Thanks very much. Sorry, I've got my cup of tea with
That's
you.
all right, it's not a problem. Right, I'm Alison. Got a Welsh accent I can hear.
It is from Swansea.
How are you? Right, OK, so your last HIV test was in April, yeah?
It was,
and that was
yes.
negative, yeah?
It was, yes.
And you've been treated for syphilis in the past. Was that at Manchester Royal Infirmary?
It was, yeah. The infection was detected by yourself.
Yeah.
But I had the full symptoms of it, so...
Right, OK. And you have had sex with someone that's HIV positive, is that right? OK.
Yes.
And you both give and receive anal sex, yeah?
Yes.
Do you always use condoms?
With my partner. Not with my partner.
Okay.
With anyone else, yes.
Has your partner been tested for HIV?
He has, he's clear on it.
He's negative, OK. Right, so I'll do your fingerprint first, and then
Yeah.
I'll take your blood if that's OK.
Yes, that's fine.
Do you know much about HIV?
I do,
You read up on it and everything? I mean, it's not something anybody wants, is it? But there's loads we can do now. You know,
Yeah,
we can look after people really well, and it's treated like a chronic condition now.
Yeah, it's just like diabetes.
Yes, well, it's not, I mean, yeah,
It's not like
it's a
the-
chronic condition like diabetes. Is
Yeah.
If someone with diabetes doesn't take their insulin, then they're going to become really poorly and possibly die. So
That's
it's
right.
similar with HIV. If you don't attend for treatment, if you don't get monitored regularly, and if you don't take your medication, then you can potentially die as well. Yeah. Right. So that's your test done.
Right.
What we need you to do is go and wait out there for 30 minutes, and as soon as we've got your test results back, I'll come and get you and give you a shout.
Okay, yeah, that's
Is that
fine.
okay?
Great.
Okay.
Waiting for HIV test results is not a new experience for Tim, and the wait is always agonising.
Oh yeah, don't forget your brew.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye. Obviously HIV and AIDS, that you've got that for life, and yeah, I am quite scared to see what the results will be.
I mean, obviously, he gets tested really regularly, so, I mean, we would never ever say to anybody, oh, there's no risk, you're absolutely fine. There's always a risk, which is why it's important you come and test.
Cover it up with a towel.
What colour my case is? It is.
No one's going to miss me on the beach, are they, with that towel?
Courtney's test results are due, but with her and Danielle off to sunny Spain, a positive result would ruin her holiday.
What's off here? It's off the clinic. It says your most recent test results from MCSH are negative.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm quite chuffed for that, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
You're free of an STI.
I am. Know what, I'm safe now. I've not got HIV.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
You are.
Good.
Do you think you'll use protection a bit
Yeah, a lot. I will try and use it a lot more. Like, I can't say it for definite because sometimes it's just in the moment, but yeah, I will try and do it a lot more just to be safe.
As Courtney had unprotected sex 4 days before the test, her results are in fact no guarantee she's all clear of infection. When she returns from her Spanish adventure, she will need to retest again in 3 months' time. At the Lesbian and Gay Foundation, after a nerve-wracking 30-minute wait, the HIV test results are back.
Okay, Adam, just wanted you to know that you come back negative, okay. So that's good news.
Thank you for all your help.
It's all right, that's what I'm here for. It's a pleasure.
I feel like really good because I told you I've not been tested for like a year. That is a very long time. And it, at the back of your mind knowing that like, but now with the scan I feel a lot better.
Come in.
A bit warm.
It is a bit warm, isn't it?
Not complaining.
Have a seat for me. Can I just double check your date of birth with you, Tim?
Yeah, of course, it's the 5th of the 4th, 1982.
Okay. Right, your HIV test has actually come back positive.
Has it?
Yeah. How do you feel? You okay?
Has it really?
Yeah. It's a very, very faint line, okay? But there's a line there. My colleagues checked it as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to send that blood off I took to the lab and we'll check it again for you, okay? You okay?
Has it really?
Yeah. I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't think it had. Do you want me to show you? Or do you not want to see?
So what's the next process?
What happens now is we'll send your blood off, okay? And we'll get that blood back as fast as we can, hopefully tomorrow. If you want to come in tomorrow to the clinic, you can do, okay? And we can take some bloods for you tomorrow at clinic.
Sorry.
It's fine, honestly, it's fine, it's fine. Let me get you a tissue. You okay? I don't want you to panic because because it's a very faint line, okay? And I'm not saying that doesn't mean it's positive, but what I'm saying is we're going to send your blood off and check and double check that that's an accurate result, okay?
I just don't know where I could have caught it from. Because... Sorry.
Honestly, you've got absolutely nothing to be sorry for at all. I know you don't know what to do at the minute.
I don't know how I'm going to explain this to a partner.
Right, okay. When they're really shocked, of course it affects you, you know, I'm only human as well, and I don't like as a person, because I'm really soft, I don't like to see anybody upset or in pain or anything like that, so it is difficult, but, you know, it is part of what we have to do. You do care about them, and obviously you sit in here and you will it to be negative. You don't want anyone to have a positive result, but unfortunately, that's what's happened today. Hi.
Was it difficult? It's never nice, is it? No. Having to give somebody a positive.
Alison has just given Tim the most difficult news anyone in sexual health work has to deliver. As night falls on Manchester, the clinic's work is done for another day. Tomorrow, Kervin's mate Joe will be going to the clinic for his first sexual health checkup in months. He's at high risk of having an infection, but enjoys the challenge of seeking out new partners to have unprotected sex with.
I've said daft shit in the past, you know, like joking, but I got away with it. Like one girl I walked up to, I was like, don't want to know your name, don't particularly want your phone number, but you come on with me tonight, you'll have the best night of your life, and in the morning you go home. And, you know, you get laid off stuff like that, it's crazy. I like the fact that your eyes are like colour coordinated with your hair a bit.
Yeah, that's what I do.
See, you got sense, girl, you got sense. What do you do for a living?
I don't ask that. I go to college and I work at the same time.
What do you study at college?
Nail technician.
Do you know what? I had my nail done today, right? This one thumbnail, this one nail, right? Basically, I started a blog. Now, the reason behind me doing this blog is you have so many articles written for women, but nobody ever does it for guys. So, started a blog talking what men care about. You know, as far as relationships go, love, sex, everything. So I did how to get laid in under 5 hours, which was my spin on my thoughts from what I've learned over the years on what other guys have written for years before, you know, the game.
You come across an idiot, I'm probably an idiot to you, but you brush it off, you laugh it off, don't walk away from me in a mood.
I wasn't walking away in a mood.
That's arrogant.
Yeah, accessorising, like what I've put is, now this is something that guys tend to believe is only for women, and as I have done with all of your notions so far on what looks good, I'm here to tell you, get your head out of your arse. Men have just as much right to take time into looking good as our female counterparts, such as those little furnishings that make something go from looking amateur to professional. So if you have, like, say, a dodgy ear, wear a lip piercing. It takes attention away from your ears to your lips. If you want to get laid, if you're going out to get laid, you want to use everything you can. In about 20 minutes when I'm having a drink inside, maybe we can chat a little bit more and...
No, because I'd say to my friends, oh my God, that's that fucking knobhead before that I was speaking to.
Yeah, but am I still a knobhead now that you're chatting to me? I put that cocky's been actually a really good thing in the one-night stand game. Let's take a look at cockiness. This is a great trait to have, whether or not when it comes to dating somebody, it is considered to be a massive no-no. We're not talking about dating and romance here, we're talking about an overnight session. You know, cockiness helps.
Cocky?
I'm cocky. Yeah, I'm cocky. I'm cocky. I'll smile about it. I got the cheek. See, this is what I say as well. If you're going to be cocky, make sure you got the cheeky smile. You get the cheeky smile. Sorry. Oh, you see, you give me the cute face. You're like, oh,
because
your
like, teeth are clean.
Because my teeth are clean. Is it not the smile then? Not the smile.
No.
Morning.
What are you up to today?
I have not a clue where I am. Don't know until I go down and see the board.
Unpleasant odours can on occasion be an occupational hazard for the clinic staff. Fiona has her own way of preparing the nostrils at the start of a long shift.
What, so
this is good for your skin.
Does it smell different to...
I spent 3 years training to be an aromatherapist.
What's it, neroli? That smells like the eau de cologne my nanny used to wear.
Friends will come around and go, oh, my back aches, oh, I'm feeling a bit run down, oh, I've got this. So I go, come to Fiona's parlour. Any men welcome. I shall massage you. Special massage. Special massage. Come hither.
I got a job interview tomorrow, though. In town.
Kervin and Joe are at the clinic. Today, Kervin will discover whether he got away with only catching gonorrhea, or if he's also infected with HIV or syphilis, or the worst-case scenario, both. One thing he doesn't have anymore is the girlfriend he cheated on.
For a while, it was a bit iffy. I didn't actually know if me and him wasn't talking or if he was talking, but then I saw her. She completely ignored me. And she's pissed. Like, quite literally pissed. Probably still is pissed.
I do it every day, at least 3-4 times a day.
Joe?
Hello.
Oh, ladies' man Joe. This is his first screening in a year. He could have anything.
All these questions are personal, but we ask everybody, okay? Are you partners, male or female?
Female.
So in the past 3 months, how many sexual partners?
I don't even know where to begin counting.
Beginning of Feb. Give me a rough number.
20s plus.
Okay. Have you ever paid for sex? Have you ever been paid for sex?
No.
Have you ever had a blood transfusion?
No.
When was your last sexual intercourse?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Casual, regular?
For me, it was irregular because it's been about a week.
Okay, protected or unprotected?
Unprotected. It's not my fault, they rip them off me. They rip them off me.
Yeah, okay.
I can't take blame for that.
Come in, have a seat.
I'm telling you, I am dreading this.
What are you dreading?
Just because I don't know about the blood results yet, and the worst.
Let me have a look for you. We can soon sort that out.
Yeah. Put a smile back on my face.
Yes, let's have a look. So your HIV test was negative, and so is your syphilis. Everything's fine with regards to your blood test, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Kervin has finally had some positive news by testing negative for syphilis and HIV.
What were you feeling before you went in there?
Before I went in there, my stomach was churning because punk ass Joe is like, you might have HIV, you might be AIDS, you might be syphilis, and the way you got me paranoid, so I was really worried. But once I got in there, it was like, you ain't got HIV, you know, your test came back and you've not got any of this. I was like, fucking right. But obviously, now that I've gone through all this, I'm going to be wearing a condom and all that, so I'm not going to not wear a condom because I don't want to be getting swabbed again or getting injected in my backside again, you know, so.
Do you not like having needles?
Don't bother me, I just don't like looking at it.
Joe's blood will be tested for HIV, hepatitis and syphilis.
I need you to do now is urine sample. Yeah.
But when it comes to giving his urine sample, Smoothie Joe can't resist trying out a line on Lauren first.
Do you want to give me an hand with this point?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
To Lauren, though, it's water off a duck's back.
Everyone's just totally different, so obviously you get people being a bit smarmy, some are a bit smug and think, no, they're cocksure and stuff. I think they're quite embarrassed, though, to come here as well, so I think they try and make themselves a bit cocksure to make themselves feel better, so makes your day go a bit faster anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Right, that's it, we're all done.
Sorted?
Yep.
Hey. Do you want me to leave this here?
Yep, just leave that there.
Right, well, is that
all
it?
right, yeah, that's it.
Nice and easy.
Thanks a lot.
Right, nice.
See ya.
Cheers.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay, what I need you to do is can you just pull your foreskin back for me so I can just get this swab?
Poor old Kervin thought he'd seen the last of the penile swab.
Don't panic. Oh, don't do that! Don't jump, because then I'll slip and I could hurt you.
Unfortunately, there's one more for him to endure.
You need to keep really still, okay? Honestly, because if you keep jumping about, I'm worried I'll catch you. Promise?
Nurse Alison has dealt with thousands of penises in her career, but it doesn't make it any easier for Kervin.
That's all it is. Done.
Do you know how much it stings?
Listen, I've had 3 babies.
Ah, here we go. Properly dead.
That's the thing our male patients hate the most. They come in here a lot of the time with tales from their friends saying, oh, you'll have an umbrella up your willy. You know, we don't use umbrellas. It's a little tiny loop. And I know I've not got a penis, so I don't know what it feels like, but it's really small, and we are really quick and really gentle, but obviously some patients can get a bit agitated and a bit concerned and frightened that it's going to really hurt, so they get a bit jumpy.
Oh, it's good. It's all good.
Give me some love, nigga.
Die on me. Is this going to teach you some lessons?
Hope yours comes back all good.
I'm clean as a whistle, mate. I'm clean as a whistle.
You know, you don't know that. You just got your test. You've just got your test. You've just got your test.
Alright, there's no reason to be so bouncy and happy.
Of course, I want good.
Oh, I can share my cig with you now as well.
What do you mean now?
I'm not going to catch anything.
With 6,000 STIs being diagnosed every week in the UK, Joe may need more than just a cheeky smile when he gets his results. Last week, Tim received the devastating news that he had tested positive for HIV.
I left the clinic and went to catch the train home, and my mind was just all over the place. I couldn't focus, couldn't think, didn't know who to talk to. Lucky I had my partner who was being supportive. I've never cried so many tears. I just wanted to forget about it, so I went to the shop and bought a large bottle of vodka, and I just got really drunk that night.
The day after, though, Tim's blood was sent for routine secondary screening at the labs. When the testing was complete, nobody could have predicted the astonishing results.
The test that was positive in LGF on the point of care test was a false positive because the blood test actually came back negative.
The rapid HIV test is unreliable in around 1 in every 200 samples. Incredibly, Tim was that very rare one.
Pam just said, you're a very lucky boy, your results have come back negative. And I couldn't believe it. I burst into tears, tears of joy, to be honest. And I just kept asking her, are you sure it's right? And she would say, yes, we've had several doctors look over it, we've used the full blood sample, and every test has come back negative.
I've never ever had that happen to me before, and I've been going to outreach for about 2 years now, and that's never happened to me.
Getting HIV now, it's a big reality, and yeah, it's totally changed my life. I'm totally going to practice safe sex, totally going to keep my health in order, and yeah, it's totally changed my life.
It's the moment of truth for ladies' man Joe. A week ago he was cocksure, but now he's not sure at all.
For the past few days it's like it's been up there on my mind, like circling around, like usually I get checked up regularly, but because I've left it so long and I've been with so many girls now, it's actually I'm kind of like, I'm not even thinking have I got chlamydia, I'm thinking have I got something else, you know, something that's like gonorrhea or syphilis, or I could have anything.
Right, come in, have a seat.
You seem chirpy, you've got my dirty little secrets in that folder.
So, going over your results from your blood test, okay?
Yep.
Your HIV and syphilis was negative, okay?
Okay.
Which is good, that means you haven't got
anything. Yeah,
thank you. And your urine test for gonorrhea and chlamydia has also come back negative.
Joe's in the clear, and it's straight back to being Mr. Cocky.
Oh, Swish. Swish, come on, high-five me. High-five me. Oh, yes, I'm the man.
But the thing is, at the minute, if you keep having unprotected sex, you are playing Russian roulette, basically.
Yeah, I know. I've got it. I'm being stupid with it.
Well, you know, I don't want to say anybody's stupid, you know, and it's up to you how many partners you have, absolutely. But if you keep having unprotected sex with lots and lots of partners, then potentially, eventually, you're going to get an infection.
Definitely.
Have you got any questions you want to ask me?
I'm all in a good mood. Do you want to go out for a drink, celebrate?
He's been given the all clear and a stern warning from Alison. But if sex-mad Joe doesn't change his ways, It's only a matter of time before he'll be back in the clinic.
Look after yourself.
I will do.
All right.
I'll look after the fella as well.
Yes, make sure you do. Keep him covered.
I'm ecstatic, you know, like, I didn't have no symptoms or anything, so I was like, I don't really think I've got anything, but there's always a chance, and, you know, when you're actually waiting for the results, you're like, oh my God, you convince yourself you're going to have something, and then they're like, you ain't got anything. I'm like, that's right, why did I even worry? Why did I even worry? I've got the man thing. Don't get nothing. I don't get illnesses of any kind. I'm sweet. I'm sweet. So I'm like, actually over the moon now, and I think I need to go and get laid. Now I've got to go and do business, and then I get laid.
Have you ever high-fived the patient?
I have never high-fived a patient in my life. Well, you know, you just go with the flow, don't you?
Joe's results are good news. For now.
See you later, love. Ta.
As he had unprotected sex yet again in the last few days, he'll need retesting in 3 months' time. The clinic's never-ending battle against STIs continues. Next time on Unsafe Sex in the City.
Can I ask you, how many partners have you been with in the last 3 months? Just as a guess, is it more than 100?
No, 80.
Right. The highest I've known is 150, and they were HIV positive.
Just under the sack, yeah.
Yeah. Right. What the fuck is scabies?
If I'm told that I can't have children, I'm going to be very sad.
Hey, I just want to get my results.
For details of organisations which offer advice and support, go online to bbc.co.uk/actionline or call the BBC Action Line to hear recorded information on 08000 680 133. Lines are open 24 hours a day and are free from a landline. Mobile operators will charge.